After weeks of hard work but also a lot of fun, it has already come around to my last week of medical school before Christmas. However, before it's time to drive home, we still have my first exam of third year, a week of hospital placement and a lot left to do. So come along for one of the busiest but also my favourite times of year. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. So I'm so happy to say that it's finally the very last week of medical school before the Christmas holidays, and now we've been here since the end of August, so to say that I'm ready to go home would be an understatement. However, before then we have a really busy and also nice Christmassy week coming up. I have my first exam of third year for my statistics module on Friday to finish off the term, so we need to cram in as much revision as possible for that. We're also finishing off my first placement because we actually swap hospitals next term, so it's going to be really weird changing. But anyway, right now it's currently 8:30 and I need to walk over to the hospital, and I think I'm just going to go straight to the library, crack on with some revision, and then we've got teaching later on this afternoon. To have for lunch at the hospital, I of course grabbed my meal prep, which I always make in big batch on a Sunday, so I don't have to worry about my lunches for the rest of the week. Now we all know I can't vlog much in the hospital, but as well as going to the library, I did also head onto the wards and even got a couple of my clinical skills signed off, which we have a list to complete a certain amount of times throughout the year. We also had ward-based teaching, going through some of the examinations and practicing spotting different signs on the patients. So it's now 5:15 and I've just got back in and changed from the hospital, where I basically spent the majority of the day revising for my statistics module. As you've probably guessed by my attire, I'm just about to head off to the gym because I've literally been in such a bad mood all day, and whenever I'm feeling a little bit down, it is quite often because I haven't done enough exercise. So I'm just going to go and move my body, sweat it out, and hopefully there'll be no more moaning martel going on. I did need to have a snack. I had this chocolate orange protein bar, which I would 10 out of 10 recommend. This is literally my favourite flavour that I've tried. It tastes like Christmas, but I just needed something to keep me going because straight after this we have a revision session up at the medical school, so I'm going to be having dinner quite late for me. But anyway, before I change my mind, let's get off to the gym and go and sweat this out. At the moment I've really been enjoying doing strength training, full body workouts 3 times a week, but I really think working out is all about finding the right type of exercise for you and switching things up often. Straight after this we had a fab revision session with everything we needed to know for the exam, ran by MedSoc up at the medical school. I then headed home for a nice bowl of cosy soup for dinner, and I actually started a new book this week, which is the last Twilight book through Edward's eyes. And reading before bed is a huge tip I have during exam season to turn your brain off and help you get a good night's sleep. Good morning everyone. So it's now a Tuesday, and as you can see from the attire, it is a Christmas jumper day. At the hospital we have a Christmas quiz with our CTS, which have been like our teacher doctors for the term, and it's our last session with them, so they've put this on for the whole year, and I'm borrowing Alice's jumper, which is actually from New Look. I think it's so cute. But anyway, more excitingly, it is the 13th of December, which means that I finally get to open my Charlotte Tilbury advent calendar, which has been a 12-day advent calendar, and I've been very confused about when to open it. But I believe if I start it today, I'll have one to open on Christmas Day as well, which is what I wanted. So let's have a little look what's in here. Look how beautiful she is, and it's so cute. You get to put all the little bits up here as well. So I'm going to start here. Day number 1 is just this little Brow Fix Clear Gel, and I've literally been wanting to try this for ages, so I'm so happy that it's in there. And that is why I ended up getting the Charlotte Tilbury one, because everything in there I either already have and love or wanted to try, because Charlotte Tilbury just kills it with basically all makeup products, whereas other beauty advent calendars I've had before, you end up spending all of that money and there's so many products in there that you never use or don't really like, and I just wanted to get something that I knew I'd really enjoy this year. But anyway, now my advent calendars are all open, it is time to actually get over to the hospital. I do think it's a little bit rainy outside, so hopefully we're not going to get too wet. And of course straight away we're going to get on with some EBM revision. I've also got teaching on in the hospital, and then tonight I'm actually off to go and watch Love Actually at the Symphony Hall with a live orchestra, so I cannot wait, but a hard day of work ahead. For revision, I work best in hour blocks with 15-minute breaks, and I always find it so motivating to set a timer on Forest, which is actually Christmas themed right now and grows whilst you revise. I use a combination of different techniques, including going through my Anki cards, blurting and doing minimal reverse note taking, which I talk all about in my study methods video, which is linked above. It was then time for a good lunch break and the Christmas quiz. Why are you here, Joe?
You can't segregate me, Alan.
I don't enjoy having Joe here. Like, I spend too much time with this human being.
No, you don't spend enough time with me, thank you very much.
After the quiz, I headed back to the library for a couple more hours of revision and also managed to finish the lectures and reading to write flashcards on the list of conditions we have for this term, which have been mainly gastro-related before we switched to cardio and rest lectures and conditions after Christmas. I just got back in from the hospital and the freezing cold, but I've had such a lovely day and the quiz was so fun. Although everything was actually medical related, there was no like actual content or anything on what we've learned. It was all like really fun games, and they had this one where they had different photos that formed a word. For instance, like myocardial infarction would be like mayonnaise a card. It was really cool. And look, I actually won a little lint reindeer, not for us winning the quiz, but for my lovely Christmas jumper. Right now, I'm gonna get changed and showered, ready to go to a bank for dinner where I'm meeting the rest of my family. They're all actually coming into Birmingham to watch Love Actually with me. We've had it booked for ages as like a family Christmas activity, so I can't wait to see them all, although I already know how sad I'm going to be leaving them, knowing that I've got 3 days left at uni, but it's really not long now and I literally cannot wait for tonight. So quick transition. Now all ready to go, and as per always, shock horror, I'm in a huge rush, hence the abomination which now is my room. But I'm going to sort that out as soon as I get home tonight because I literally need to get out of the door now. However, I have to show you my outfit before I go. So my coat is from Zara and I've literally lived in this all winter. It is so warm and perfect when it is literally freezing outside. And then I've just got this fake little leather bralette, again from Zara. In fact, the whole outfit's from Zara. This black skirt, and then I've paired it with some black boots. I would really recommend Bank, and the food was absolutely gorgeous and it was just so special to see all my family. After we were full, we then headed over to the Symphony Hall to watch Love Actually. So it's just gone 11 and I've just got back in from the Symphony Hall, and oh my gosh, that was honestly amazing. I can't get over how good the orchestra were, and also just hearing them live, it really makes you appreciate all of the music. I also just love Love Actually. It has to be one of my favourite Christmas films, and of course it was so nice to see my family as well. I've made it home without crying. However, right now I'm now just knackered and very ready to get off to bed, ready for a full-on day of work tomorrow. So I'll see you all for Wednesday. Good morning everyone and happy Wednesday. So it is a little bit later today. It is nearly 9:30 and I'm just about to head off to the hospital. But I did treat myself to a little bit of a lion this morning just because it was quite a late night last night, and also I've just been feeling a little bit run down this week. I think it has been such a manic term and it's finally starting to take its toll on me. However, we've just got to remind ourselves it's literally only 2 more days of hard revision and then we finish for Christmas. So I've got another day in the library ahead. I might even head onto the wards just to break it up a little bit and see everyone for lunch as well. But let's get over to the hospital. Now, I promise I did actually go to the hospital today, but I didn't actually vlog anything because quite early in the morning, me and a group of my friends decided to head to the medical school for a change of scenery to get in some more revision, which was really nice. I also managed to find model answers from the previous years, which was really helpful to go through. However, I was absolutely freezing, so I decided to finish my day from the warmth of my room. It's now nearly 6:30 and I feel like I've literally recorded nothing today, but to be honest, I've really tried to get my head down and just prepare for this exam. But I did manage to squeeze in going to the gym, so I feel a lot better after that. And then I got back and all the boys in my house were revising, so I thought I would go through it with them. And it's one of those strange exams where I do feel like I know a lot, and then I speak to someone and suddenly they know something that I've never heard of and it panics me. But that was really helpful. I always find revising in groups and just speaking it out loud and checking that you all properly understand something is so helpful and a really good way of revising, especially towards the the end. But anyway, right now I think I'm actually going to tan before dinner because I'm going out with all of my best friends from home on Friday and I cannot wait. However, I literally cannot think of anything worse than sleeping in my tan the night before my exam, or even having to do it after. It's all going to be really panicky, so I'm going to be nice and organised, do that tonight, and then just have a really chilled dinner in and get a good night's sleep, ready for the last day of revision tomorrow. Good morning everyone. So it's now Thursday and the last full day of uni before Christmas, the last day of revision, and also my last day on placement at the Queen Elizabeth, which is where I've been this term, and I've absolutely loved it there, and I can't quite believe I won't be going back after Christmas. But anyway, we need to go and hand in my little swab and also get my locker from there, and then I actually think I'm going to go over to the main library to revise today, just for a complete change of scenery. But I'm about to head off now and walk over to the hospital for the last time. I'm really going to miss that because the QE is obviously so close to Birmingham Medical School, whereas all of the others are a bit of a drive away. However, it's -7 degrees outside, so I do think it's one of those days where I'd much rather be driving than getting a brain freeze from walking. After saying goodbye to my first placement, I then found my favourite spot in the main library and started out by time blocking my day on Notion, which I do first thing to make sure I fit everything in. On the last day before an exam, I actually don't like to do too much work as I hate cramming and always like to make sure my brain is well rested and fresh for the next day. But I went through all my due Anki cards and made it last a few notes before lunch. After a proper break, me and a group of friends actually booked out one of the rooms in the library to speak through all the different topics and test each other before I headed home to do the same with the medics in my house. In the evening, it's so important to stop early enough to give your brain time to wind down, and I also always do yoga before bed to make sure I'm in the best headspace. So it's now the morning of my first exam of third year, and I literally can't believe how quickly this has come around. But I was just finishing off doing my Ankis for the day and just reading over my notes, and I do feel like I've done everything that I can do for it. Now it's just about staying calm, reading the question carefully and not panicking, which are literally the worst things you can do. But to be honest, I do just now feel ready to have this exam done and break up for Christmas. I'm literally about to leave with the boys in my house now to go up, so wish me luck, and next time you see me we're gonna have one exam down and officially be on Christmas holiday. So me and Joe have just got out of the exam. How did you find it?
I thought it was okay actually,
yeah, it was okay.
It could be worse, could be better.
I thought that the MCQs were harder but SAQs were easier.
No, I think, yeah, compared to the mock, I'd agree, yeah.
But I'm just happy it's done. I was so excited.
Christmas time.
Apart from our room where we were was freezing.
So cold.
I literally think my hands were about to fall off. But anyway, Christmas
time.
Straight after the exam, I just very quickly grabbed some lunch with everyone in the house, and then I've been packing up and cleaning my whole room, and we're literally about to go. I can't believe how quickly this semester has gone, but I am very, very ready to get myself home now. I'm actually going out with all of my home friends tonight to do our little girls' Christmas dinner, so I cannot wait. But we need to get on the road, get everything out of the fridge and get ourselves home.
Driving home for Christmas, yeah.
So it's now obviously significantly later than when I last updated you, and as you can all see, we are home, unpacked, and I'm all ready to go out with my friends tonight. I cannot tell you how nice it is to be back with my family. I literally spent the afternoon catching up with my mum and sister and my dad, and then got ready, and I can't wait to see all my home friends tonight. So I'll quickly show you what I'm wearing, and then I need to head downstairs. This is the dress that I've gone with. It's from Rat & Boa, and I have this in green as well, and it's just such a wearable dress. And then I've got little sparkly heels on and my sparkly bag, and of course we need to grab ourselves a coat because it is literally -5 degrees outside, but we're in for such a lovely night. So please don't shoot me, but it is now the next day, and I literally forgot to vlog anything from last night because I was just having the best time with my home friends and a proper old catch up. And then today, as you can see, I've literally just got back from the hairdressers, and we've gone a little bit darker, guys, and got rid of the lightness around the front as well, which for Christmas I absolutely love. love. And now I'm just sat in bed with my new little Christmas blanket, which is so cute. It's from Next, and I'm gonna pop on a Christmas film. I think I'm gonna put on Santa Claus and have a proper chill, because I'm well and truly shattered from this term. And it's so weird, I've really been reflecting on how much more I'm enjoying hospital placements and third year, and it just feels like such a nice way to end the year. But anyway, I am gonna end the vlog here. I really hope you did enjoy it. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. I'm so sorry I forgot to record so many bits and it's been a little bit chaotic. I really do just think I need a proper switch off and a break, and I hope you all have an amazing Christmas too, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye!